Hey everyone, today is November 6, 2021, and I'm finding a lot of connections that would lead me to believe there could be a possible climate disaster this month in November. When we look back at the eruption at La Palma that happened on September 19th, that was 2,223 weeks, Skull and Bones 322 code, after the first climate change conference took place, with the end date included. So now tomorrow will be exactly 2,230 weeks with the end date included after that first climate change conference. It's also 2,223 weeks after FEMA was founded, and I'm willing to bet that there's going to be one or more large natural disaster or some kind of other disaster that connects to FEMA with a 322-911 or significant number code. And besides, it's also the 311th day of the year. There's been other big disaster dates that connect with that number 311. The pandemic was on 311. Fukushima, the earthquake, and the tsunami, 311. The largest earthquake recorded in history happened at 311 local time. The Alaska quake in 1964, the largest one, added up the dates. The date numerology added up to 113, and there's been other dates as well. But so this is an image from a Simpsons episode, and it shows the Canary Islands, and it shows the island of La Palma with part of the island missing, maybe from a landslide. And the name of this episode is called C.E. Do, aired on March 16, 2003. Well, from the air date from the episode to the eruption on La Palma, we have a 322 code, 222 months and 3 days. And now tomorrow, it's exactly 223 months and 22 days apart. So that's interesting when you combine that with the first climate change conference in the FEMA being founded, all having a 322 connection. However, I would expect to see, if there's going to be a tsunami to hit New York, I would expect to see a stock market sell-off. And that hasn't happened. We've actually hit new highs on Friday. But anyways, on November 8th, we also have that 322 connection to the first World Climate Conference. Then November 9th, FEMA being founded again. I was going to talk about something, a Simpsons episode relating to a train station explosion on the state. But I'm just throwing it out there. But if it happens, then I guess I'll go back and talk about it. Then on November 10th, we also have another connection to that first World Climate Conference. Now, November 11th, interestingly, it's exactly 232 weeks after the U.S. Climate Alliance was founded. And you might not even know what this is, but it says it's a bipartisan coalition of states and unincorporated self-governing territories in the United States that are committed to upholding the objectives of the 2015 Paris Agreement on climate change within their borders. But it's interesting. We have, once again, another 322 connection to something to do with climate. Then I wanted to talk about this. November 12th, I got all these connections with San Andreas. The movie, it released on May 27th, 2015. So that's exactly 2,023 days apart with the dates reversed. And that's if I were to take the 11/12, put it over here in 5/27. I explained many times that I do that because I often see connections when I do that. So, besides that, there was another movie called San Andreas Megaquake. And that's exactly 2 years, 223 days apart. And there was a video game called Grand Theft Auto San Andreas that released on October 26, 2004. And yet again, we have another 322 code. 13, multiple twos. Now look at this. So the movie San Andreas, the popular one with The Rock, it was announced on December 1st, 2011 that they would be making this movie. And look, it's exactly 9 years, 11 months, 11 days apart. The 9/11 code I always look for. It happens to be 10/8 in the Chinese calendar. And back in 1906, when that big San Francisco earthquake happened because of the San Andreas fault, well, that was also on the 108th day of the year. 108th day of the year. Now we're on 10/8 on the Chinese calendar. And this is a scene from the end of Back to the Future 2. The car gets struck by lightning, and afterwards it's left with like a backwards 99, or this could be 66, however you look at it. But this scene took place on November 12th, 1955, and this happens to be 66 years later on November 12th. So if you flip this around, it could be a 66. And the movie was 108 minutes long. And again, as I said, this date is 10/8 on the Chinese calendar. So we have yet another connection to something related to climate. Environmental Protection Agency founded. It's 611 months and 10 days apart. And this, I thought I'd throw this in there as well. So October 30th, I made a video talking about that day because it was exactly 666 months after the Church of Satan was founded. And this will be 666 months and 13 days. Well, 13 is a hidden 6 because 13 is the 6 prime. So sometimes it's not the obvious date you think, and it's a different connection date. So when you put it all together, you have 4 6s. And the Church of Satan was founded in San Francisco, where the San Andreas fault runs through. So now again, I said I had all these connections to something possible. Yet again, the movie Volcano on November 13th, we have a 322 connection. The date that National Tsunami Awareness Day was established, 2,232 days apart with the dates reversed. The movie about the 2004 tsunami, it was about what happened in Thailand. The movie called The Impossible, well, with the dates reversed, it's exactly 3,222 days. Another movie called Johnny Tsunami, we have another 322 connection. Then yet on November 15th, it once again connects to the National Tsunami Awareness Day being established. The movie Johnny Tsunami and the movie Impossible again. And from the 15th to November 22nd, I believe, we have 322 connections with the founding date of Hawaii. And like I said before, the number 311 has been associated with some big disasters, and this will be Kislev 11, which is 311 on the Hebrew calendar. Anyways, I just wanted to share this info with you guys, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.